Hello everyone and welcome back to Strategic Mind, Spirit of Liberty. Let's get started. Next mission.
The Soviets have begun a massive offensive across the Karelian Isthmus. Our defenses are stressed beyond their limits.
Their tanks outnumber ours 100 to 1, and they started giving them infantry escort. It cost them 100,000 dead, but the Ivans are learning.
We knew from the start that we'd be facing a superior enemy. I will see about adjusting our overall strategy. But on the ground, Osh, I must rely on you.
We need more heavy weapons, or at least the ammunition for the guns we have. Field Marshal, I am a general, not a miracle maker.
We've fought the Soviet war machine for 2 months now, and we are still holding fast. If that's not a miracle, then I don't know what to call it.
The Soviets refuse to negotiate. It looks like forcing us into an unconditional surrender has become a personal matter for them.
Those fools don't know what personal means, but we'll teach them. Any word from the Swedes?
Oh, nothing new. They say they will provide us with all assistance, except military assistance. Same thing from the Americans. They send us food, warm clothes, and their regards.
That's something. Also, I have been corresponding with our British friends recently.
Oh? Do tell.
Sir Winston Churchill, their First Lord of the Admiralty, is a fascinating fellow. He hates communism and is sympathetic to Finland's plight. Perhaps, through him, the British Empire might find a way to help us after all. General Osh, the Bolsheviks are massing their forces around Lake Summa. All reports indicate that they will attempt to breach the main defensive line, the Mannerheim Line, as the world has taken to calling it. General Iro will give you the details.
It seems the miracle of Summa taught the Ruskies nothing. Well, I'll be glad to repeat that lesson.
Now is not the time for bravado. The enemy has a much greater fighting force now and commanders who know what they're doing. Talvela, this is serious.
Well, at least one of you understands that. Your task is very simple. Hold the Mannerheim line, no matter the cost. To that end, you must hold 4 main equipment stockpiles in the village of Summa. The western, central, eastern, and northeastern supply points.
Oh, Percola, should we spend this whole war huddled up in defense? Let's raid the enemy. That's the last thing the Soviets are prepared for.
Talvela, they've brought their heavy artillery with them, and I'd rather stay in cover when it starts firing.
Good point. But our greatest strength is mobility and flexible defense. Inaction makes me stir-crazy.
If we get a chance to strike at the Soviets, you'll be the first to know. But until then, we must defend and make the most of our fortifications. The line bearing Field Marshal Mannerheim's name must hold.
Alright, we can take care of that, I suppose. Let's start deploying everything. I mean, 1, 2, 3. I do need to send some units over here. They'll not likely attack me in the middle. One infantry over there. It's probably a good idea. And a tank here, so it can also attack there. Oi, oi, now I still need to level up all those units. Definitely mobile for all of them. There. Forced march for the infantry. And we have a fighter, altitude, and a bomber. Vulnerabilities. Okay. Oh, right, after deployment. Oh, for 1 second I thought the game got stuck there. Land all the bombers for the first turn and start with that. Okay. Artillery, infantry, AA, artillery is good. You're fine.
Generalish, do Soviet tanks run the front line? I've never seen anything like it. Our shells bounce off of them like they're made of rubber.
Find another way to deal with them. We can't let a few tanks collapse this defense. Perhaps air support is what we need.
That scared the shit out of me for some reason. Jeez. Okay, well. Let's see what we can do like that. No, let's keep these here. Back, you here, you here. Bam. Let's protect the artillery. And anti-tank units. Those are most vulnerable. Let's see. That's fine. That's our recon unit then. If you detect so much. Well, it's gonna be sorry it got so close. Where did that KV go? Ah, man. Oh, it's just targeting this. Yeah, sure, whatever. Where is that KV?
General Oesch, Our intelligence reports that the massive Soviet air assault is about to begin. Take all necessary measures.
Thanks for the tip, General Iro. I will increase our aviation patrols. If we destroy enough of the enemy aircraft, the Soviet Air Command is bound to cool down a little.
Ush! The Bolsheviks took our forward warehouse. We left a lot of trophy equipment there. I didn't capture it just to have the Soviets take it back.
We're barely holding the line and you're worried about trophies? Oh well, if you have the opportunity, try to recover that equipment. But don't risk our men for nothing, unless you want to spend the rest of the war guarding warehouses somewhere in Lapland.
I'll get it back, don't worry about it. I kind of wish I put that infantry down there now, but... they're fine actually. I'm gonna bring these over to the other side. In good defense, of course. There might be artillery, but... Alright, I'm not gonna move in there because they do have quite a bit of armor as well. Yeah, they did have it. It's all non-lethal. So let's just move them back, get you in there. Not sure what those things are. No, they have triple or double support. Yeah, they already leveled up. What? Wow. Okay. Well, if I can get it out of ammo, that'd be great. Yeah, moving forward there is still a bit sketchy. I'll just keep them there too. It seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do. The funny thing is yeah, I can't shoot over it, but I can probably get an overrun like that. And then move back. They can stay there because they'll get supplies. I would be hard pressed to find them having AA there. One, two, three. No, I have to wait then. One, two, three, four, five. Shit. Okay, let's try Overwatch. Yep, they did get it from that. That's why I did Overwatch Breakthrough. Now that the enemy units also have 1 extra experience, they tend to have certain abilities. Like this one has the +1 range, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I basically have to expect enemy AA to have a range of 5 now. And that's what I did. Do you have overrun? You probably do. They might have AA there. This is my only airfield. Let's just start with Overwatch Breakthrough only. Yeah, you cannot move forward from there either. Moving back first here is pretty smart. Still just an Overwatch. Just 1 damage, eh? Happy that at least they got ambushed. It's the only one I wanted that on, anyhow. Fine. As long as they don't attack them, they do. My turn, eh? I don't see any serious damage being done here. I'll just move up. During night turns, I guess, you know, you can try to take whatever attacks you can get. And if I can take down a KV like here, that's just gonna be just swell. Funny that that's the way it works. It's a a lot of damage, by the way. 5 damage. Well, I guess this is a good time.
General Talvala, how goes your foray to our forward warehouse?
As well as it could have. My boys kicked the Bolsheviks in the teeth and are coming back with the spoils.
Good, good. I just hope you don't expect a welcoming party. We're still in dire straits.
Quite so. Also, I don't need to capture all objectives. I mean, getting them gives me just a paltry amount of prestige, and the enemy might spawn units right on top of me. I don't feel too... Oh. Can't go that way, huh? I don't feel too comfortable getting frisky there. Try to drain its ammo. Nice. Took a non-lethal damage there. Three out of 5. Since the units here still don't get any supply, and now that I've taken this, it must be even more frustrating to them. Doing that is fairly useless. Destroying enemy planes is not useless. They have full ammunition and equipment. Basically, one, two, three, four, 5. I'm a bit afraid they still have quite a few fighters, which dampens my enthusiasm for putting planes a bit. I'll just end the turn here for now. Pretty sad ambush, but well, you're dead.
They're dead set on breaching our defenses.
General Ush, there are Ruskies behind our lines in the northeast.
What? How did they get there?
Hard to say, but one thing's clear. We're about to end up between a hammer and an anvil.
Turn our defense towards that breach. I will contact Mikkeli and try to find out how the hell those Soviets ended up behind the Mannerheim line.
General Ush, we've made contact with an especially skilled Soviet tank commander. Intel boys report that his name is Zinovy Kolobanov. He is in charge of the tank group that flanked us.
Give him a fiery welcome. I'd rather not have any skilled Soviet tankers in our rear.
Yeah. The funny thing is technically they don't have any supplies yet. Well, we'll deal with it. Now that they're in here, I can do non-lethal damage, or I can do close combat damage, which I like exceedingly much. But let's deal with the planes first. We have you. If I can deal 8 damage, which it looks like, I can destroy them in one go. Very nice. That gets me to 5. Six.
As always, our well-organized resistance deterred the Soviet pilots. The air raid is over.
That should make the skies safer for us, at least for a time. But don't rest easy. Just because we thinned their herd doesn't mean the Soviets have run out of planes.
Fair enough. How much? That's 50. Right. By now I want to lower their defenses. Despite this not doing damage, they still get -1 to all the parameters. And that will still help. So they went down to 5. Sure, I'll take the one non-lethal damage for a huge amount of experience. And the destruction of yet another enemy unit. So I'll be able to move away again. Wow. I mean, I would need bombers, but this thing is in the way. Experience, fuck. Ah, damn it. There was an overrun, of course. Well, that was one of them. The sad part is, well, let's see, 4215. They do have mobile. I might be able to deal decent damage to this, but then I'd need to... Eh. Wow. Okay, that was not the kind of movement that I expected. But I can put Wilhelm in there. He was the first rank and file soldier to become the Knight of the Mannerheim Cross. During the early months of the Continuation War, he took part in a skirmish that quickly turned disastrous. A surprise Russian counterattack took out his unit's senior officers, beheading and demoralizing everyone except for him. As the enemy tanks were approaching, the Finnish artillery could not be repositioned. Thinking quickly, he made a dash for one of the Soviets' own anti-tank guns, abandoned in the retreat. The gun had his sights blown off, but he simply proceeded to line up his targets through the gun's empty barrel before loading in every shell. As his accurate shooting disabled several armored vehicles, the whole unit was rallied, passing the ammo despite Soviet tanks now being as close as 30 meters away. When everyone around him gave in to panic, he took down 7 Soviet tanks, showing valor truly worthy of a knighthood. Not only did he survive the fateful skirmish, he outlasted the war by 60 years. Yeah, certainly I'll keep mobile and Overwatch. I guess you'll get 2 Overwatches then, kind of. And it's only level 2. Okay, never mind that then.